Hello and welcome back. I am Logan, aka Shadowed Hope, and this is my second Minecraft video. This is of my favorite creation and my second most productive and interesting creation on my friend's server. Here we have my semi-automatic potions factory. Ah! It's also one of my favorite buildings, as you can see. I put a lot of time and effort into making it look factory. Okay, not so much time, but I just love the cobwebs and the smokestack. It's awesome. Anyway, and hopefully it works functionally, as at one point we had a griefer. He broke into this facility, climbed up into the redstone circuits and stuff by opening the back door, and stole all the iron blocks. He went through my entire potions factory for the iron blocks. Okay. Anyway. So, here we go. Let's just do... And here we go. I love automatically shutting doors. Pressure plates are worth it. And here we go. Bottom floor. But we'll come back to that. Let's start with the top floor. Now, this machine took me approximately 2-3 days to figure out. And once I figured it out, oh my gosh. Anyway, here we go. It is an automatic awkward potion production line. So let's turn it off and watch it go. Here we see automatically brewing. Normal brewing process. And then continue on. Boom. Finished. Removes all the awkward potions. Loads up 3 new water bottles. And loads up another nether wart. And starts the process over again. Those awkward potions end up here in the box, which then get fed downstairs, but we'll get to that later. Let's just watch it one more time. And here we go. See? 3 more. Water bottles refilled, and there we are. Now, there are basic 2 inputs into this system for it to feed. You want it stacked with nether wart, which, since it stacks so much, you don't even really have to have a whole lot stacked up with it. Plus, my internal reserves are high, so it doesn't take a whole lot. But it still has an automatic shutdown in case there is low nether wart, as well as low water bottles, because the circuitry or redstone circuits are set up in such a way that if it weren't the exact numbers in the brewing stand, it would kind of screw up the entire thing. So that's why there's also a manual shutdown, and say if all of this filled up and backed up all the way up to the brewing stand, basically all you'd have to what would happen is the brewing stand would not output all the awkward potions, and then it would jam up the system. So all you have to do is clear out a few awkward potions and then press the manual bottle purge. I took a lot of time into this. Now, around back here we have a door to access the primary circuits of this system, and you can see pretty much everything, although it loops around quite a bit. We don't want to go that way. So where to start? Okay, so we have the 2 inputs, the bottles and the nether wart, which let's just fill that up, because why not? I don't like not having nether wart, and I don't want to have to deal with it ever in the future. Here we have at least 2 chests stacked vertically plus hoppers. If you see this input detects when this is about, this comparator detects when, I think the chest, when the chest is running, this chest right here is running low on water bottles. It then, once it gets to a point where it turns that this signal off, let's see, where does that signal go? It will turn this signal on, which goes to here for visual purposes, but primarily comes down this way and comes over here, and then comes over here. This right here, this repeater puts a signal to this hopper, and this hopper only, to shut down and not output. This is very important to making sure that you purge all the awkward potions, but as well as feeding in the water bottles without them ending up in the same place. Otherwise, you'll have water bottles just kind of funneling through the brewing stand down through the hopper. So, and it's also the easiest way to do that. Believe me, I tried it other ways. What happened? So, there's a second trigger, which comes from over here. This comparator checks the brewing stand. Now, if you watch this, the nether wart, it doesn't go to 63 until it's fully completed the awkward potions. Once it goes to 63, this signal drops down to 1, or this signal over here drops down so that it comes to 2, which triggers this repeater, which then triggers this delay repeater system. Delay repeater, which then goes ahead and triggers the whole system here. This right here delays the addition of the nether wart, so it doesn't automatically fall down into the brewing stand the second it opens up, and also fills up everything else. It's just and triggers the rest of the circuit to void its bowels, I guess. which also triggers this down here, which ejects, or when it's running, it keeps the hopper from pulling it out, but once it's triggered, allows the hopper to pull all the bottles out. Anyway, yeah, that was confusing as heck. I wish I could show you the original test model that was the version of this setup, but I destroyed it. Oops. Ironically, I didn't destroy my other failed test models, or shitty test models, because my original test version completely encased the brewing stand, which made it difficult to troubleshoot and check progress. Anyway, back down here, we have a multiple stage system. Now, this is a combination of both my idea and someone else's that I found on the internet. I do not know who the original creator of this system, of the sorting system, is, so I apologize to anybody out there who created it. But here let's just start at the beginning, I guess. Here we have an ingredients chest, and let's see, gas tier. Screw it, we'll do it this way. And then and so that will take a very, very long time to, or not very long, but it'll take quite a while to filter through all of that. And then there's a second stage of the sorting system, but that'll wait till later. The first stage is simply it's removed from the chest and is taken by hopper cart, excuse me, over to this hopper, bringing it down into the sorting system, which, if anybody is familiar with this sorting system, uses hoppers, and other stone and comparators to trigger the correct number of times once the correct item has been pulled out, and since it's filled in such a way that only the one type of item can fill in it, can be input into the system, it will never have problems, I guess. Don't know a good way to describe that at the moment. Anyway, the first stage of the system is sorting out those 4 ingredients, and then I would have this running, but I found that there's a weird glitch where if this is running, for some reason, half of these ingredients end up into the minecart, and then end up at the end of the system in the miscellaneous bin. So, yeah. Anyway, the second half of the system, though, is once the sorting system, it's filled out, comes over here, comes over through another minecart, and gets sorted through the secondary system over here, which filters out the primary ingredients for the first stage of whoops. I had to rebuild parts of this because, once again, griefing caused many problems. But in any case, here, let's see what's in here. Just a regular awkward potion. So how this works is you got the signs here, and their base effect and their fermented eye effect. So I want a potion of swiftness. I press it, and over here there's a dropper that pushes up into this hopper chain over here, which then comes over here. And as you can see, the sugar has already made it over. Now, okay, I'm happy with that. But let's say I wanted to add the potency. So this might take a little minute, and oh, there it is. And voila. Now, let's see, is there enough room in here? And let's just say I wanted to add it into a splash potion. And there it is. There's the gunpowder. Now, over here is a delaying circuit that allows me to trigger certain things in succession, in a specific succession. Yeah, that was an interesting way. And I didn't even bother trying to hide this redstone torch, because after a while I was just like, it's finished, and this is back here is just maintenance anyway. So, but, okay, let's see. So, here we go. Boom. Now, as the switch is on, when you pull the switch, it sends a signal down here, turns off this redstone, which then allows this hopper to pull the bottles out and put them into the chest. Now, see, this redstone signal here turns this hopper off and holds it off for a long enough period of time so that this happens, and this signal has a long enough time to delay and hold here, so I don't end up with awkward potions in here. Because I found that while the necessary delay here, the delay of both the torch and the repeater, is still slower than, say, if I were to shut this off. So then it would input an awkward potion and take out an awkward potion here. The timing was the biggest thing on all of this, finding the correct timing. But once I found the correct timing, this thing works like a dream. Let's even go back upstairs and check on the as I said before. See? So we'll do a manual shutdown, which locks all feeding into the. I think it locks all of it. I don't remember. Anyway, and just go ahead and take out a few of these. If you notice, there was a couple that funneled in. That's just because the hopper right here is unmanaged. And we'll do this. Now, see, because these are already awkward potions and this is already 64, it will never trigger unless I do a manual purge, which automatically triggers the bottles to come out. And since it's already full, it won't really trigger that. So, we get an automatic brewing system. Functional, troubleshooting, and nice. Like I said, the whole purpose of the low bottles and the low nether wart is the measurement of everything in here, because the comparator measures everything, including the water bottles and the nether wart. Has to be correct. So, if it's not correct, it causes a lot of problems. Now, the delay circuit also holds it long enough so that the signal doesn't kind of keep triggering itself every time these water bottles or awkward potions are out of the system. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is my potions factory. I hope you like it. It was a lot of fun to create, and it took me a lot of time. But it was very much worth it in the end. And here, since that's pretty much ready to work, you can see the final minecart just going and coming around here, feeding into the tiers. You can even see it at work. Oh, wait. I know. It's the third one. As I had, oh, there it is. The hopper cart is very slow for this system, but it's very necessary in order for a proper function. Actually, it's more the fact that it's the easiest way to get things to go up in certain situations. Anyway, but that's for another video. Till next time, I've been Logan, aka Shadowed Hope, and this is Minecraft! Yeah! Also, if you don't know what my outfit is, I am an officer of the Battlestar Galactica. Fuck yeah! Boom! Or I should say, frag! You motherfucker! Fragger. Anyway, goodbye.